So guys, my name's Paul Sullivan. I head up the Paul Sullivan Marketing Agency, which is an inbound marketing agency based in London. We are going to be talking to you this evening from the comfort of my own home about buyer personas and why you should be using them in your marketing activities. Now, this isn't a way to cheat, but it is the way to succeed. There's no cheating in marketing. You're either going to do it properly or you're going to do it badly, and they're the two outcomes. And a lot of people that I find that are doing it badly simply are doing it wrong. They are guessing at what they should be doing and assuming that they know best, or they're being very general and broad in their application. The old adage of cast your net wide and see what you drag in. I mean, that is a really dated way to approach marketing, and obviously it wastes your money, and that's what you're not supposed to be doing. So I'm going to be talking to you about buyer personas, and I'm going to keep it really low level this evening and just give you a basic understanding of what it is buyer persona is and why it is you should be using one. So for me, at the moment, buyer personas are an integral part of my own marketing activity. I'm using that to attract leads into my marketing funnel and helping people understand that there are preferred and data-proven ways of really maximizing opportunity within your marketing funnels, and therefore increasing the opportunity to close leads and turnover. So, I'm just going to start really easy. So there's a common accepted standard amongst those practicing digital marketing to use buyer personas. Building an avatar or a persona, whichever word you prefer to use, it's imperative for the continued success of your business. The art of identifying common traits amongst your most successful clients and profiling them has been around for years now. It's nothing new. But there are personas and there are people that profile, and knowing the difference between the two will ultimately determine your success. Now, this isn't something I can demonstrate in a short amount of time, so I'm going to keep this short and brief and make this a series of videos to help you identify the differences between a buyer persona and a buyer profile. So let me explain, but first I'm going to ask you to ask yourself a question, and the question is a really simple one: is what type of the following person do you consider yourself to be? Now, are you the type of person who says to themselves, I've tried that digital marketing stuff before, it didn't work, it was expensive and a waste of time? Are you a person who has read some articles online and downloaded an ebook or two, potentially around marketing funnels and content writing, and you've put that into practice and you're still really not seeing success? Or are you the type of individual who is proficient at marketing and has used personas and is only seeing limited results? Someone totally new to digital marketing. If you recognize yourself there, I'm sure that you'll understand that what I'm about to tell you underpins all of it. So whether you're experienced or not, it doesn't really matter. I asked to see if you was aware of your current sort of marketing capabilities or your understanding, and to see if you're open to learning something new. So let's start with the buyer's journey, and I'm going to make a brief reference to it because it is the most commonly discussed pillar of understanding within buyer persona development. Everybody focus on the buyer's journey, and the reason why is because it particularly focuses on the decision makers that are in place in a buying process for consumers of your business's products or services. Note that most people that build personas are selling expensive and deep choice items or products or services. And they believe that by identifying each individual in the buying process, they can create content marketing content, social media posts, all that sort of stuff, tweets, that will potentially answer questions that person may be asking, potentially on Google or other search engines, or on Twitter or on Facebook. So the fundamentals of buyer personas, pillar by pillar, are simple. There are 5 pillars of understanding within persona development. Combined, they allow you to truly identify the information that you need to execute high converting digital marketing campaigns. The first pillar is the pillar of priority. The pillar of priority explains the single most compelling reasons that a buyer would decide to invest in a solution like the one that your business offers. To really grasp what's going on in this pillar is to uncover the details of the personal or the business circumstances that push a buyer to allocate their budget within their company into purchasing like a product or service that your business offers. Be aware that the information you glean is typically focused on items, as I mentioned earlier, with a high value, as they often have a longer consideration time before deciding to purchase and closing a sale. Think of things like cars, software, office space, property, all of those things, even where you're going to hold a company business event. Lower value items do not really have such an intense focus and are usually socially referred or socially habitual. You're learning, what hair stuff to use from your best mate or what perfume from your mum, all of those things, they're not really for this. So the second one is the pillar of success. And the success pillar is all about the discovery or the operational or personal results that your buyer expects from purchasing a product or services like yours. So it's what is it going to give that individual? And these things look like benefits, but once you fully explore this, you'll understand that they only resemble benefits, but they're not. The information that you gain here will stop you from second guessing, assuming, or trying to reverse engineer your marketing based on what your product offers. So you don't say because you're baking cakes that you're looking for people that buy cakes. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's very broad. You might be baking fruit cakes and someone likes sponge, so you need to differentiate. But for example, you may think the main reason to purchase your product or service, would be able to, for your persona to cut costs within his business. But by actually doing the research, you'll reveal that the customer is mostly impressed by the reduction of business risk that your product offers. Thirdly, we have the perception pillar, and this is focusing on capturing the information to master the pillar of perception. Will give you the understanding of what your persona considers bad news, what is bad about your business, what are the rumors, what are they assuming, what's going on out there. This pillar is named because it helps you understand what prevents people from buying from you, what it is about your product or solution that they just don't consider it a viable choice. It will also inform you as to why buyers considered your rivals, so those people that are selling similar things or offering different, similar products, a better choice, or it will tell you why they feel that these people have a better approach with their marketing. And if you can pre-arm yourself or your salespeople or even your marketing team with the knowledge in advance of what your persona considers the negative barriers to be and what is supporting that belief, you can set your marketing and sales messaging to maximum benefit. You can basically reassure your persona that your product or service will help them achieve their priority and success pillars, and therefore, increase opportunity for you to close with that person. Next we've got the buyer's journey, and I've touched on this. And it's the one part of the buying process that the buyer persona creation process, that all marketers are fully focused on, and that's the problem. It's 1/5 of the information you need to understand. So, as previously stated, understanding this pillar helps you identify who is in control or whom you have to talk to via your content, your social media, your blogging, and at which stage of the decision-making process during the evaluation of your product or service. Companies tend to meet before they just buy stuff. So, understand that and use the data gained from this pillar to align your sales and marketing and produce marketing media that speaks to a different person at each step of the way. Make sure that it isn't a one-size-fits-all marketing message. The final pillar is the confirmation pillar. It's the pillar where you identify what the decision-making process was, and you'll find out exactly what appealed to that client about your product or service. It clarifies what the buyer is evaluating between you and your rivals, why your solution isn't considered, or why they're considering other alternative approaches. This is the definitive yes and no pillar. It's my favorite pillar, actually, because this is when clients finally understand that, saying, "Oh, I think my gut says, I'm assuming, this is what worked last year." None of that matters. It's just, they have an epiphany and they start to accept that they don't know what's best. And, it's what I call the ego removing pillar. And it really enables my clients to move their businesses forward because they start to accept that we should get back to data and not waste effort on our gut feelings, So this was just an introduction, a way for me to help you explore further into persona development. For those experienced in marketing, you may already know all of this, and if you do, kudos to you. If you're listening to this or you're watching this video and you haven't got experience with personas, then this is certainly the best article or the best vlog to start with. There are other things that you do need to do to help you establish the information to create the body around these pillars. And I will follow that up with another vlog very soon. And please feel free to jump in, send me some questions. I'm happy to help you with your own personas and the development of those personas. It's not something I expect you to go away and just do. My name's Paul Sullivan. I am the founder of Paul Sullivan Marketing. I'm a specialist in customer development and marketing automation. And if your company needs some help or you'd like to talk to me, please feel free to hit me up on my channels. It's Twitter at marketingbyps. You can find me on Instagram at Paul Sullivan Consulting. Find me on those channels. Failing that, it's paulsullivanmarketing.com/blog, and you can pick up some real good tips about web design, marketing, inbound marketing, conversion rate optimization, and so on and so forth. All of the good information that you guys need to ensure that your businesses are succeeding online. I'm gonna give you a link which is gonna follow up at the end of this video, and I'd really advise you to download my ebook. It's a persona development ebook. It's got some great information in there. There's a template in there that will help you build your persona. There's some good questions to ask in there to get the right information, and it also shows you clearly between a buyer's profile for B2B businesses and a buyer's profile for B2C businesses, and I really push you to engage with that. So thanks a lot. This is the first of many, and hopefully I will see you on my channel again. Have a great evening. Thank you.